I'm Manis Nurshid, some of you guys know me, Shabon, Spurs Video Podcast. This is really a video response to Major Hank and a new subscriber, Super Spurs. So let's start with each one. First of all, first comment, Major Hank thinks people are jumping on Bell way too much. 22 is improving. They were high, he always wanted the ball. He tries to make a difference. Maybe it's like the detriment of the side when he comes in off the wing, but he looks to affect matches. And let's not forget, that Rooney's at one of the biggest clubs, and, paying Alex Ferguson, he held him to ransom, and hell was forgotten. That's against it. Yeah, do you know what? That's true. I think that Rooney holding him to ransom, I think that was more just to say, look, you need to invest in the team. Okay, you're not investing in the team. And, they did respond. They did buy, they signed, obviously they had to sign a goalkeeper, but they signed Ashley Young. And, they did make the moves. And so I think the fact that Rooney wanted to leave, I think was part of it. As for he's 22, but it's not the fact that he's improving. It's just this big time Charlie attitude. I just see, and I just don't. Maybe it's just me because I don't know if you have any of the interviews you see on Football Focus, but there's a bit of more. There seems to be a change in him. The fact that he's speaking to his agent about making changes and how he should be playing. I don't know. As for Sandro better than the Parker, there were Sandro showed some of his passing, he showed some of his balls, to really get into it, the attack and stuff like that. But let's face it, Darn and Former are not going to be the toughest defensive midfield pairing going to be up against, really, is he? Compared to a guy like Traore, Song. Yes, I expect Song to be good against those kind of the lack of fight that Blackburn showed, but it's like putting Mike Tyson in a fight with a 2-year-old. Do you know what I mean? I'm putting me in a fight with a 2-year-old. I think eventually you're gonna, much as you want the 2-year-old to win. I think I'd win out. He did his piece defensively. He offered a lot more surging runs. So there's some good passing. It wasn't Hudson passing. It wasn't Hudson shooting. But But I have to give him the fact that he hasn't played so consistently, and I think he took his chance. But Blackburn were bloody awful. Come on, Hank. You have to see that. I think Rose, Norton, Corker, Parker, Hud. That is a great bench. But on the wings, we haven't got it. And as a substitute, somehow JD can't play up front by himself. And you want players to think, do you know what? If I don't perform, I look at that bench, someone else will come in. Not to partner me, someone else will come in to take my role. And I don't think JD's going to be that player. I think Pina, he's doing well at Everton because he's going to get a run of games at Everton. I think if you buy a player for God knows how many millions, like Hazard, you're gonna be committed to playing. I still think Addy will be around. I think if we can get Champions League, hopefully, Bayern, beat Chelsea, I think we'll offer him 120 grand, and because I don't see anyone offering 170. No one can offer Man City money, apart from I don't know Malaga, maybe PSG, maybe he'll go to France, but I don't see anyone that can offer him. If he wants to stay in the Premier League, no one's gonna offer him that kind of money. I don't think Real Madrid, they bolted it. Malaga, they're on the Champions League, so I can't see him going to them unless. Sorry, it's early. Unless they offer him, I don't know, stupid money. The Chinese I don't know, the Chinese club that Anelka went to. Even then, that's more of an end of career thing. And the Russian side, that Anzi, whoever they were. Apart from that, no. I think Cranchart, first of all, I've got to say, isn't it funny that the FA are going to offer the job to Roy Hodgson? That's just, I'm sorry, that's just funny. Harry's been pimping himself, done everything he can, doesn't say anything bad about the referees or anything, and now they're going to offer the job to Roy Hodgson. That is going to be funny. It'd be interesting to see what Levy does next. I think Townsend won't join us next season, just because I think if Birmingham do come up next season, and I hope they do, I hope either them or Blackpool next season, anyone but West Ham kind of thing, then I'm thinking that he'll probably stick it out there and, get a year's Premiership experience, and then I think he'll come back a much better player, a la Corker. I think we've got a top young squad. I mean, Norton, he spoke about him, and Rose, I think, is a good player, but I think defensively, I think Gallas, I don't know, there's something, I think we are going to look for Vertonghen, I think, and then I think we're going to show an interest in Hummels at some point. But I think if we can sign Vertonghen, because I think just because he's available on a potential Bosman, and then I think a year afterwards, I think we're going to sign we'll look to sign Hummels, I think, if we could. But I just don't see, as for Gio, I don't know. He doesn't play the inverse winger that role that well for me, and I just think he's been given the chance, especially if Harry still sticks around. HB this falling, they play random one-off games. And they're boss bro, they have options in the press. Well, I don't know, it'd be interesting to see how he does that. For me personally, I think Champions League will have to rotate. Harry's never been looked to rotate. I mean, he looks at he talks at look at Hoylett, Welbeck, Cleverley. All those Welbeck and Cleverley got the chance on loan. Yes, Smalling had that chance to, he proved himself at Fulham. So did Jones. And I think this is a year of transition for a lot of teams, for United, even though they could still win the Premier League. This is a transition season for them. I think next season, when all the pieces start to fit together, man, you've got to watch out for United in the Champions League. I think a lot of players don't have the backing from Harry, and Harry's been very short-termist, especially this season. I just think that's who he is. He can't do it. Super Spurs, he thinks we're going to get one player. I actually would look to sign at least a couple of players. I wouldn't mind re-signing Berbatov back on a Bosman. Luke de Jong is a player I've looked at. He does track back. He's kind of like an unlazy Pav. He's got like a Torres kind of build. I don't know. He's young. He fits in with the leading model. Go for it. Next season, I don't see Gomez staying. I'd like for us to put an option in for Krul. I can see us going for definitely Tim Krul at the end of not this season, but definitely the next season thing, or definitely Michael Vaughan. There is going to be cover, I think. I'd like to think that we can sign someone like, say, I think even Townsend. I think the reason we won't get him, I think I'd rather see him going out on loan, prove his mettle, a la Carl Walker, really. As for Harry Kane, I would like to think that he'll go to a Championship side, possibly lower Prem, but I think a Championship side, and really go out on loan for a season and really prove himself. Even West Ham, because West Ham will still be in the Premier League. West Ham still be in the Championship, sorry. I'm trying to think who I'd like, I don't know, all of them QPR, I think, I think Bobby Zamora will probably end up leaving them to go to a Premier League side if they do get relegated, which looks incredibly likely now just because of their really bad goal difference and the fact that Aston Villa was so bloody, just going to be luck out and not get relegated. Definitely 3 points come on you Spurs. I think he played Bale because he had to, and then Bale just developed. I don't know what the tipping point was. I just think some players need competition to get them out of their comfort zone, and hopefully we'll sign those players. He's either hot or cold, and I guess Super says his attitude has been really bad, and Harry doesn't say anything. I think because Harry's not going to be in, I think Harry thought I'm not going to be in next season. Now with the FA going off the Y, that just changes things completely. Oh man, we need some movement. He looks at Rossi. I think Rossi with that cruciate ligament. A lot of people will be looking at him thinking, is he going to be the player that he once was? And I think that's the reason why I think a lot of players people won't sign him. Hazard, I mean, that's a title challenger. And I think, to be totally fair, if we could, I don't know, I wouldn't say drop Luka Modric, but we can just drop Luka Modric and actually play like a 4-2-3-1, and then yeah, we'll give Bale's wish. We'll get to Bale to play it in the Real position, and we get Hazard to play in the, I don't know what position that would be. Is that the Robin position? I don't know. But that in wing forward, then yeah, and Van der Vaart, I mean, behind like a Berbatov or an Adebayor, bloody hell, we can go away and we can really challenge. But you know, I think it wouldn't be Sandro and Parker. I think it'll be Sandro or Parker with Hud or Vertonghen if we can get either of those players. As you guys know, there's a lot of players I'm looking for us to sign. Hoylett definitely is one of them. Hazard's the other. Huddleston will be like a signing. Will be like a signing, but Vertonghen has got some good passing to his game. So yeah, I mean, what, three? You know, if we can sign like Hoylett, Hazard, Vertonghen, that's what, 3 players. Yeah, 3. I think excellent players. Berbatov 4. Yeah, because obviously when I don't know, we'll be keeping Saha. And you know, I really don't want to look De Jong because I think he's better than he's a similar player to Defoe, but 6'2" is a little bit taller, so I think, and he's younger. And I think he's got more potential to improve. And yeah, he gets caught offside, but my lord, I don't think Defoe will get show the improvement we need him to show. I think this is the season. If we're going to back our manager, this is the season we back him. And you know what, I mean, that's I think net effect 50 million, but I think our net spend will be 30-40 million. I think that's just my opinion anyway. But there's a lot of players there, and it looks like I've gone over. So my apologies in this video response. Shout outs as always to Spurs Forum, Top Spurs, and Spurs Odyssey. My shout out of the week goes to Mick, Debs, and Stokey. As always, come on you Spurs.